You are lying in bed. The room is dark, your body is finally relaxing, your eyes are heavy. You are almost there, and then boom, your whole body jolts, your leg kicks out. Your heart races, and you are suddenly wide awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what on earth just happened. If this has ever happened to you, you have experienced something called a hypnic jerk. And today I am going to tell you exactly what it is, why your brain does this to you, and what you can do about it. Because the science behind this tiny moment is genuinely fascinating. A hypnic jerk, also called a sleep start or hypnagogic jerk, is a sudden, involuntary muscle contraction that happens in the exact moment your body is crossing from wakefulness into sleep. It is not a nightmare, it is not a seizure, it is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is actually one of the most common things that happens to the human body. Research shows that between 60 and 70% of all people experience hypnic jerks. You are not alone, in fact, most people around you have felt this exact same thing. The jerk usually affects the legs, but it can happen anywhere in the body, your arms, your torso, even your whole body at once. Sometimes it comes alone. Sometimes it comes with a vivid sensation of falling, like stepping off a curb that was higher than you expected. Some people even report a brief flash of light or a loud noise inside their head at the same moment. All completely normal, all part of the same phenomenon. But why does your brain do this? That is where it gets really interesting. Scientists are honest about this. They do not fully know why hypnic jerks happen. But they have three very strong theories, and each one is more interesting than the last. Theory 1, your brain misreads relaxation as falling. As you drift into sleep, your muscles begin to relax deeply, completely. But your brain, which has been in alert mode all day, receives this sudden drop in muscle tension and briefly panics. It thinks, wait, are we falling? And in response, it fires a startle reflex through your motor system, sending a sharp signal to your muscles to tense up and catch yourself. Your body jerks, you wake up, crisis averted from a fall that was never happening. Theory 2, this is an ancient evolutionary reflex. This theory comes from researchers at the University of Colorado, and it is the one that blew my mind. They suggest that the hypnic jerk is an ancient reflex, one that dates back millions of years to when our primate ancestors slept in trees. As they drifted off, their muscles would relax, and a sudden jerk would essentially test whether they were safely positioned before unconsciousness took over. The ones who did not have this reflex, they fell out of the tree. So your nightly jerk might literally be evolution keeping you safe, even though you are sleeping in a perfectly flat, safe bed. Theory 3, two brain systems switching control. Professor Jason Ellis, director of the Northumbria Center for Sleep Research, explains it this way. When you fall asleep, your brain goes through a handover. The reticular activating system, which uses arousal chemicals to keep you awake and alert, has to pass control over to a different system that promotes sleep and causes the body to become still. The hypnic jerk may simply be the result of that handover not going perfectly smoothly. A little electrical stutter in the system, a hiccup in the transition, three theories. Each supported by science, none completely proven. Because the hypnic jerk, as common as it is, remains one of those small mysteries that science has not fully solved yet. Now hypnic jerks are normal, but some people have them more often, more intensely. And there are real science-backed reasons why. Caffeine is the biggest trigger. Your nervous system needs to calm down to fall asleep smoothly. Caffeine keeps it stimulated, and a stimulated motor system is much more likely to misfire during that critical transition moment. Stress and anxiety are the second big one. When your brain is still in high alert mode, still processing the day, still worried, still activated, it is harder for it to smoothly hand over control to sleep. The transition becomes rougher, the jerks become more frequent and intense. Being overtired actually makes it worse, not better. When your body is severely sleep deprived, the shift from wakefulness to sleep happens more abruptly and chaotically, increasing the chance of a jolt. An irregular sleep schedule is also a factor. The brain likes rhythm. When your sleep and wake times are unpredictable, the transition into sleep becomes less smooth. Some research also suggests, though anecdotally, that low levels of magnesium, calcium, or iron may play a role. And finally, if you are on certain antidepressants, particularly SSRIs, Clinical case reports have confirmed that these medications can increase the frequency of hypnic jerks in some people. So what can you do? Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. Build a calming wind-down routine before bed. Sleep at consistent times, manage stress before you lie down. And make sure your sleep environment is cool, dark, and quiet. Hypnic jerks are harmless, they are ancient, they are almost universal. And now you know exactly what they are. The next time your body jolts you awake tonight, just smile. That is 2 million years of evolution making sure you do not fall out of a tree. If this video gave you that satisfying feeling of finally understanding something that happens to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. And let me know in the comments, how intense are your hypnic jerks? Gentle twitch or full body launch? See you in the next one.